Hello friends, this is Worm, and although it may seem as though I just rolled out of bed, I did not. I've been up for 4 hours now. So with that being said, we are back with another episode of Perk Forge, and today, as you can see on screen or by the title, we are looking at Ambitious Assassin. And we're talking about Ambitious Assassin because I think the Ambitious Assassin is really an underrated perk, but I also use it and then I realize and then I remember why it's underrated, and more so why it's underused. So let's go ahead and talk about, of course, what the weapon perk does. It states here it overflows the magazine from reserves based on the amount of kills achieved within 7 seconds of each weapon kill, up to a maximum of 150% of the magazine size. What does this mean? Basically, every time you get a kill, it's giving you a bigger magazine when you reload. So if you get one kill, you get, for primary ammo weapons, 20% increased magazine size. So let's just say you have a 10 round magazine, you're going to be able to reload it and have 12 shots. And then 12 all the way up to a max of 150%, which means take your magazine, divide it by 2, add that to your total magazine. That's what you get. So for hand cannon with 10 rounds, for example, with Ambitious Assassin, you'd be able to reload it up to a maximum of 15 rounds. If I'm not mistaken, that's exactly how it works. I don't think it's 2.5 times capacity. That was old Envious Assassin, but we're talking about Ambitious Assassin. And then for special weapons and power weapons, it's 10% increased magazine capacity per kill. So why is this weapon perk underused? And I think it's pretty simple. Okay, it's got a good effect. Like, it's got a really good effect. The ability to increase your magazine size, and especially on, maybe like a 720 auto rifle that has a massive magazine already. It's got a base like 55 round magazine. Like, you're looking at carrying like 80 rounds just by getting kills, right? But the problem with Ambitious Assassin is that it requires, I should say, it requires a lot of active activity to activate. Okay, and obviously Destiny, there's a lot of activity. Like if you're in a battleground strike, anything like that, like the chances that you're going to be able to get a bunch of kills is it's pretty good, right? But why would I want Ambitious Assassin if I could get a reload perk where I am guaranteed to get just a flat faster reload when I get a kill? For example, Outlaw. Why would I want an Ambitious Assassin over something like Outlaw? Okay, because with Ambitious Assassin, like what I find myself doing in Destiny 2 is I don't prefer to run this perk unless I'm doing solo content, because number one, I'm not competing with teammates for kills, because right here it says that you have to achieve a kill within 7 seconds. So every kill has to be within 7 seconds of the last, which 7 seconds is a pretty decent amount of time. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but in areas where you have maybe a low enemy count, where you have enemies coming constantly from one area and all of your team is taking all of their shots into that same area, like it's difficult to get value out of this in many instances. Now, of course, many instances you will get value out of the weapon perk, but in a reload perk, just a flat plus 50 reload for a precision kill is a much better option because it's consistent. Right, it's consistent. So, Outlaw, you will consistently have a faster reload speed as long as you can get precision kills. Rapid Hit, you will consistently get faster reload as long as you can hit precision shots. Like, there's the Ambitious Assassin doesn't have the consistency that other perks that are kind of in the same category does. Now, obviously, it's one of those things. Do you want a bigger magazine or do you want a faster reload speed? And most players currently are taking the faster reload speed, although the increased magazine size is good. But I think that, again, like it's too situational because it has that timer. And I really think the only thing that we could do to Ambitious Assassin to bring it up to that next level, just remove the time limit. Okay. Envious Assassin used to function. You had to get kills with another weapon, then switch to the weapon. Like it had kind of an internal timer as well. For Ambitious Assassin, let's remove that internal timer. When you have your weapon, your auto rifle, as long as you're getting kills, you will have an increased magazine size. Right, and I would say even further, because Ambitious Assassin is an active perk that you actually have to be using the weapon. Unlike Envious Assassin is passive. You use your other weapons, then you can put out your like grenade launcher, for example. with with additional ammo. I think that Ambitious Assassin should be the perk that goes up to 250% of the magazine. For those of y'all who don't know that reference, Envious Assassin used to go up to 250% of your magazine. Then they reduced it down to only 150, or maybe it's 200, I can't remember. But Ambitious Assassin removed that timer so that you don't have to get kills within X amount of time. Like as long as you can get 6 kills or something like that, like you get 60% more magazine size, right? If you get and then you can chain the perk off of that. You get 6 kills, give you a bigger magazine size, you get even more ammo in your magazine, get even more, so on and so forth, and just keep building it up. And I think that there's a potential that this could become maybe like too strong, because obviously you're getting a much bigger magazine. 250% is a massive magazine. On a hand cannon, that's like 25 rounds. Then you take that on like an auto rifle with like a base of like 50 rounds in the magazine. Like that's a lot of ammo that you're looking at for this. And so maybe they could actually offset it by, when you have Ambitious Assassin equipped, you get a slower reload speed, maybe like a -10, -15 to your reload speed, just to balance it out. Because again, it is a kind of a snowball perk. You start in Strike, for example, and in that first area there's a bunch of, say, Thrall, and you just cut them all down like instantly. You're already at that massive magazine capacity, and then as the strike goes on, you're just, you never have a smaller magazine. Like you don't have the faster reload speed, but again, with perks like Flared Magwell and Reloader perks, like you can get almost outlaw level speeds without actually having that reload perk equipped. So maybe just reducing the reload speed a little bit just to balance it out. Like, yes, you get a bigger magazine, you get 250% more on your magazine, but your reload is going to be naturally a little bit slower, right? That way you have big magazine when it comes time to damage a bunch of enemies, blah blah, whatever it is you're doing. But once it's time to reload, you need to take a step back, just out of combat for a second, get the reload done, then go back. But yeah, that's Ambitious Assassin. I think Ambitious Assassin really it's a good perk. It's just, it's outshined by reload perks, because reload perks, again, they have that consistency that Ambitious Assassin does not always have. So one more time, just removing that internal timer and increasing the actual maximum amount of rounds to 250 instead of 150, I think would do Ambitious Assassin wonders. And then again, to balance it out, give it a minus to its reload speed. Give it a -10, -15 to its to the weapon's reload speed. But that being said, I want to hear your thoughts on Ambitious Assassin. Those are my ideas. Do you have any better ideas? Just tell me all that stuff in the comments. Of course, if you like today's video and want to see more stuff like this, because we are doing all the perks of the game, and if you see over here, there's a bunch of perks in Destiny 2. Do me a favor, hit the like button, helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe for more daily Destiny content, and yeah, do me one more favor. Watch the videos you see on the end screen here, because for whatever reason, YouTube thinks you will like them. I will see you on the next one, guys. Bye for now.